foot. Oh my. It's just another night for Supernatural Girls. Real stories, real answers to life's biggest supernatural mysteries. And now for another exciting interview with paranormal experts from this world and others. Here's your host, paranormal researcher Patricia Baker, on the one, the only Supernatural Girls.
Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Supernatural Girls Radio. I am your host, Patricia Baker, and I'm here with my co-host from Tucson, Patricia Kirkman, PK. What's happening?
Everything is happening. It's warm weather. It's fabulous.
Yay! We had some here the other day, 80 degrees.
Woohoo!
Yeah, woohoo is right. We were woohooing all day long. It was tremendous after all that cold weather. So I think finally winter's behind us here in New England. Hooray!
Oh, that would be nice. I know you get it cold much longer than we do.
Oh, yeah.
I know that week or two that we get isn't really comparable.
A week or
to
two,
yours.
the months and months we've had. Oh, good Lord, it's gone. So anyways, we have so much going on tonight. We've got a terrific guest. We have Michelle Piper, a fabulous psychic medium. She's going to be offering free readings to our lucky audience members who have questions for her. You can write your questions in the chat room if you're shy, or you can call in at 888-919-2355. Again, that's 888-919-2355. Just remember, when you call in, the way things are set up here, you are on a hot mic, so please keep the volume down on your computer if you're listening that way, and also know that we can hear everything you're saying. So please be as silent as you can possibly be until we bring you on the air, and you can ask Michelle your questions and get your readings. And our chat room address is irnchat.com. We welcome you to post your questions there. We will ask Michelle on your behalf. So we'll take care of all of you tonight as best we can, as always. Right, PK?
Oh, definitely. Not a doubt in my mind.
Yes. So tell us numerologically what we got going on.
Well, tonight I thought I'd talk a little bit more about the fact that we just had that full moon on Monday. And, of course, nobody slept that night, that's for sure. But the sun is in Aries and the moon is the exact opposite sign of Libra. So Aries wants to present the unconscious and run and push their head against the wall because they want it their way. And Libra says, well, I want to take it slow. Let me think about it. I want to mature what's going on. So there's this tug of war. Well, that's not so bad because they'll outdo it one way or the other. But there's regrets going on because we're dealing with retrograde. Mercury is retrograde as well. Nothing feels normal. Nothing feels right. So be careful of what you sign, what you do, what you say, because it's going to come back and bite you in the backside if you're not careful.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, especially anything that you have to deal with that deals with legalities. Please, if you can, postpone it to the end of the retrograde.
When is the end of the retrograde? Okay.
After the 11th. But there's that shadow period.
May?
The 11th of April. But the shadow period that's ongoing here.
Oh, so because it's the 12th of April now, so we're still in the shadow? Is that what you're saying?
The retrograde starts the 11th of April. It will be in effect for about 3 weeks' time.
Oh, okay.
So well, that's why. Yes. So see,
so really, it's taking us all the way into May.
That's right. So don't bend over. There's a footprint coming if you're not careful.
Okay. I'm signing nothing. That's all.
That's for sure. Well, and not only that, but you're going to find that people will be saying things, well, like I just did back asswards, and they're not going to fit exactly what they think it should, and people are going to be very impulsive, and some of the things that come out will be regretted within the week.
Aha.
So do be careful, everyone.
Don't open your mouth and insert your foot. Okay.
And as your electronics break down, turn around, fall apart, hold tight, don't do anything until the retrograde's over, because whatever you put together will possibly not even be a problem after the retrograde.
Okay, so that's a long wait, though, 3 weeks into just about the beginning of May. But all right, so we'll hang in there and fasten our seatbelts, and hopefully we'll survive this retrograde. I hope it's not going to be too bad. Yeah. Hope it won't be too bad.
It's already upon us.
Now, please tell us, I know you have classes going on, and you have a new class starting?
Yeah, I am going to do a numerology class this Saturday. I have a beginner's class in the morning and an intermediate in the afternoon. And in about 4 weeks, I will do another intermediate and possibly another beginning, depending on how many people want to get going, and then I'll go to the advanced. So I've got different ones asking, but I'm keeping the classes small so people can get more information and feel comfortable about what they get. By the time they leave here, they'll know how to read everybody in their family, and the family's not going to like that.
Hey, forewarned is forearmed. I mean,
that's right.
Good to know. Excellent. Well, that's terrific. So anybody who wants to participate, you can get a hold of PK on her website, patriciakirkman.com, and you can sign up with her for this class or future classes, and it's all going to be fun. It's all going to be helpful. We need as much help as we can get today, don't we?
Oh, God, that's for sure.
Also, don't forget, if you want a free scalar treatment, you can go to creativestrength.us. Again, that's creativestrength.us, and you can sign up there. No credit card needed. 15 days of 3 different kinds of treatments. You can also go to our website, supernaturalgirls.com, and you can just click on the link. It'll take you right there. And you can try this out. It is an amazing treatment. This is from the Tesla technology. And again, it's all free. All you do is send a photograph in. It's very easy to do. So there's that. And then Ezra, our go-to guy at thehighend.org for medical marijuana, he is teaching classes. He has new products he's offering. Be sure to go to his website, thehighend.org, and pay him a visit if you have any questions about medical marijuana, how it should be used, CBD oils, things like that. Ezra's your man. He knows everything, and he knows all about the legalities in your state. He knows all about Massachusetts specifically, because that's where he is located, but he also knows about the rest of the states in this continent and what's legal where. So feel free to call him up. Send him an email. He's a friendly guy, and he really knows his stuff. So that's thehighend.org. So let's see, PK. We've got to check in on our new segment, right?
Yes.
It's called Don't Forget Me. And this is where we are looking at the people that have gone missing under mysterious circumstances. And so you and me and George Lugo, our dear friend who's a famous psychic medium and one of the very best, he and I and you are all looking into this to see what we can find. Now, last week, we started telling you a little bit about what we found with Brian Schaffer, who went missing in Ohio. And we're still working on that, and things are looking positive. We are hoping some things are going to break for the better there. We'll give you more information as we have it. We are going to be writing blogs about it and posting more on Facebook. And just recently, we started looking at Stacey Harris, who disappeared in Yosemite. And that was back a long time ago. She disappeared in 81. Right. But here's the thing that happened that was kind of neat that I want to share with everybody. When we all took a look at Stacey last week, she was far, far away. I mean, George and I were feeling like she was galaxies away. We didn't think we could get her back or contact her or anything. We did find a few things about her. We knew we had the right person. But then what happened is, in the last couple of days, George and I went looking for her again, and this time it looked like she had moved locations, as wherever locations are in these other dimensions and universes, and she felt a lot closer. We're very hopeful that with her also, we may be able to have some good news for everybody and certainly her family. So we're going to move forward with these cases and others. And I know, PK, what you're going to be doing as of next week is you're going to be looking at the groups of people that have gone missing, the clusters, and what their numbers may have in common, right?
Definitely. There's got to be a pattern here somewhere, because there's too many people and too many groups, shall we say, also, that there is not a pattern that we can follow. We need it.
We're going to find one, and I think you will find it. And so we're going to be looking at the national parks disappearances, Crater Lake, Yosemite, places like that. But then we're also going to be taking a look at another list, which is the urban disappearances. And in fact, just recently, there was a big article done about the disappearances of these young men in Boston. So we're going to take a look at all this stuff. These things are just too mysterious. These are supernatural happenings. We've got to expose this and find out what in the world is really going on. And if there is something to be done, I think we need a whole new paradigm to understand what's happening in our worlds and with these people. And I think it's time for all of us to stop pretending like these things don't exist. They do. And we've got to figure out how we're going to deal with it. So thank God for David Paulides. He's done a terrific job investigating these cases and bringing them to our attention. So we hope to get him on the show one of these days so he can tell us directly what he's finding lately. But it is just a frightening story of all these people that are going missing.
It's scary. It's fearful because people go out on these parks and events, and then the next thing you know, one of their loved ones is gone.
Yeah, and they turn around for a second and they've disappeared, and the dogs can't find their scent, and it just goes on and on. There's a certain MO. Highly recommend David's books, Missing 411. He has quite a book series. There is a movie coming out in the next month, a documentary about these cases. Again, I can't wait to see that, and I highly recommend it to everybody. So anyways, we will keep you posted on our cases and our progress with these folks that have disappeared. We will not forget them. And here we are with a very interesting story that kind of is just on the edge of this, because, one of the theories that people have about people going missing in the parks is about little people. And here, didn't you think this was it's an adorable story, but it's a little scary too. There is a group that's researching mysterious little people of Alaska.
And they are. Woo!
They're very mysterious. They're apparently little people that are very strong. They hunt and catch whales. And they say when a big man and a little man fight, the little man will always win. This is coming from the indigenous stories. The indigenous people of Alaska who have stories to tell about all of this stuff. They have stories about the hairy man, shape-shifting whales, unexplained lights, mysterious occurrences around burial sites, and much more. And these stories have been passed down from generation to generation among tribal members, but not often shared between tribes and rarely shared with non-natives. So now they actually have, I guess, some grant money, and they are going to be writing all this stuff down. They have $150,000 in federal funds, and they're going to be taking stock of all of this, and I hope we'll be hearing about it soon. It just sounds fascinating about what these little people have been up to and what they're capable of, according to these indigenous stories. So really excited to hear what they have to say. This article, by the way, is on our Supernatural Girls Facebook page. Be sure to follow us and like us, and you'll be able to keep up with all this cool stuff we're doing. We also have other articles there about the CIA instructing their agents on how to photograph UFOs. Now, this is from the 50s. If they're saying that these UFOs don't exist, why are they telling their agents how to photograph them, right?
Well, that's just in case.
That's just in case. So be sure to go to our Facebook page. We've got lots of cool stories there. Follow us on Twitter. So, again, you can keep up with everything. So we got so much going on, but we want to get to our incredible guest tonight. We have psychic medium with us, Michelle Piper. She's tremendously gifted. She's gifted in all of the clairsentient areas. She's going to tell us about this, because I've never even heard of some of these things that she's gifted in, but she's going to explain it all. We're going to hear about this. And if you want a reading, then be sure to call in at 888-919-2355. Again, that's 888-919-2355. Or you can write to us in the chat room. If you have a question for her, we'll ask it of Michelle on your behalf. So anyways, that chat room is irnchat.com. That's irnchat.com. And I see we've got people lining up for readings, but first and foremost, let's get our guest with us. Michelle, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
Well,
We're happy to have you, that's for sure.
Now, please explain to us all of the clairsentient senses that you have. Tell
my
us
gosh.
what they are. You've got every one of them.
Yes, I have an extensive amount of gifts that were, I'm blessed with them. They joke it's a blessing and a curse. How I got them, I have no idea. I've been like this since I've been 6 years old, but I have the clairaudient where, I can hear spirit. I also have the clairvoyant side where I can see people and objects and locations and physical events and things like that. I also have this ability to smell, which is through, your nasal gland, like for real, where spirit can walk through a room and I actually smell scents. So it's either, and it's really a fancy word called the olfactant sense, but I can smell certain herbs or roses or flowers, or big things are like cigar smoking and smoking, sometimes even alcohol. And I also have had the senses when I'm doing readings on people. I'll taste things, and that's the clairgustant side where I'm reading them and I'm thinking, why do I have this metal taste in my mouth, or why do I have I don't know if you guys ever have done this where you've eaten something and then years down the road or months or weeks down the road, you've actually tasted it. I mean, I'm sorry, cancel that out. I meant to say smell something, but you actually taste it in your mouth.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very odd way when I'm channeling to actually have that on my tongue. I personally don't like it like that, but I really don't want to be tasting that crap unless it's a glass of wine or something.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm Italian, so Italian food. But so I can see spirit pretty, I'd say 99% clear. There are times when I'm channeling and they don't come through as much. I see them in wake state as well. So when I'm sitting at my desk or I'm at a restaurant or I see spirit coming in and out. So it's different. I keep stuttering because people ask me this all the time, and it's like, I can channel spirit, I can communicate with spirit, I talk to spirit in paragraph lengths, if you can believe that. Paragraph lengths, I can see the future, I have those prophetic visions where, I can see what's happening in the future, and I get a lot from past and past life. And so the joke is they call me the eclectic psychic. I have a client who calls me like the mother of all mediums, and then a lot of my team says, oh, she's like the eclectic psychic, because they show me these visions in my head where it's like a story. So I see these visions like a movie reel, if you can imagine watching a movie. Yes. And it's just, reel after reel after reel after reel after reel. And at the same time, PK and Patricia, I'm also hearing, smelling them, tasting them.
Oh my God.
So it's a lot at one time is my point.
Yes.
Yep.
And sometimes it's hard to put in words because, a lot of my clientele are very interested in it. And my job as a spiritual teacher and as a psychic medium professionally is to teach people how to understand it in lay terms. A lot of us have to have human words to really understand, because spirit has their own language. So even with me having all these gifts, when I'm doing my readings and I'm teaching people, especially in my private group that I have through my Facebook page and stuff, I try to explain to them, you can be gifted in all these areas as well, but you want to make sure you're developing each of them.
Well, that's sense. Yeah, and it's quite a lot of sensory overload, I would imagine.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gosh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, especially if the scents or the smells are unpleasant or the tastes are overwhelming. I mean, that's a lot to process.
Especially like if they've been burned, like if I'm reading a family member that's been burned in a fire, I don't like that at all. I can taste the smoke.
Oh.
I can smell. There's been times like I had worked with a client who had a strong family history of multiple murders in her family. So that taste of blood You know, sometimes when you ever cut your finger and like I cut my finger and put it in your mouth.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm just, oh, please, let me just hear and see you. Don't touch my tongue.
Don't get so visceral.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we were going to start off tonight for readings with a reading for PK. So how about that? Are you ready for her? Michelle?
Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I'm always ready.
Okay.
I'm ready too.
I can
Let's
read in
go.
my closet. Yeah, I can read in the bathroom, my closet, my shower. Yeah, I don't have to do any prepping. There's no prep
Hey,
here.
I'm sitting here with my tongue hanging out. Let's go for it.
All right. Well, we're going to start with PK, and then we're going to go after that to the phones and pull people in from there. So
Perfect. Go ahead, PK. I talk very quickly, so ask me your questions and just make sure you're writing things down because I want you to keep notes, please.
Well, I'll tell you what, my questions, I really have so many of them bouncing through my head, so I'm going to let you just tell me what you're getting.
Oh, okay. Let me just do that on my own then. Hold on. I'm writing just your initials. It is Patricia, though, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to go in right away into you're very gifted. You know, I know you're on the show and you have the history of you just talked about numerology and stuff. You are gifted in many senses, and I'm hearing this right now immediately. You are actually in a transition in your intuitive side. You are going to start developing in other areas, no matter how old you are, how many times you've done it, no matter how many years you've been practicing. They're going to start pulling you towards the empath side very strongly. You are meant to be enhancing readings on people. You're very, very gifted, but I think you may have navigated. Now, I don't know you very well. Obviously, I just met you for the first time today.
Right.
And I don't know what you've done in your past, but in the present, you are not meant to only do the show and the work you're doing with, sorry, Patricia, I got to just speak how I hear it. Not just Patricia, not just the show that you're doing here. And I know you talked about your courses. They want you to start connecting again on the empath side. There's some part of your spiritual teaching that you're missing on that side of it. And they're going to start flooding these people to you.
Okay.
And I hear class development separate from numerology. That's the first thing. The second thing I'm picking up on you is taking time for travel. I feel there's been some setbacks with travel. I don't know if we might be the best psychics, the best intuitives. We follow our gut and all these great things, but come on, we're also human. And so there's a lot of times we tend to not always follow our gut. And I feel that travel it's imperative that you do some spiritual travel coming up in the next 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
And I'm hearing something about soul development. You're in a big transition, PK, for this next chapter of your life. Ailments I do see here and there I'm picking up the left knee. I don't know, did you injure yourself on the left side?
No, I had a hip replacement on the left side a couple of years ago.
Okay. Somehow with that left side, you've been hindered, and they want you to get back into full functioning capacity, taking care of yourself, taking care of your life, eating well. You're really changing and shifting in the spirit realm. I think you're going to a higher level. I don't know what level you're at. I'm in the 30th realm, towards 40. I'm like 38, 39. I'm kind of stuck there. But you're shooting up in the 20s. I don't know where you are now. Do you know your realm?
No, I do not.
Yeah, you're shooting up in the 20s. And something about chakras, too, I'm hearing. I'm also hearing, did you lose your mom?
Yes, about 11 years ago. But she's
Okay.
always around.
Yeah, she is also saying she's part of this process with you. Something about the mothering and the nurturing of people, of clients, of getting the word out there, of teaching. It's coming from your mom. I think part of your gifts is coming from mom. And I also heard the name, who's Sally?
I do not know.
Okay, so write that down, because the minute you hear Sally, that means everything I'm picking up on you today is accurate.
Okay.
And you are going to be moving again in the future. You may love it there. You may like it there. but I do see you shifting location in the next 3 to 5 years.
That makes sense.
And I also heard new relationships entering your life within 8 to 14 months.
Ugh, don't ruin my life.
No, it's for the positive. It's for the positive. You know, sometimes in the work that we do, I'm sure you both can relate to this. There's people that have to come in and out of our life for a part of our development and growth. So sometimes we don't have an option.
Yeah, the reason, the season of the lifetime.
Yeah.
Hey.
And then, sorry, I don't know how detailed you want me to get because I know we're live on the shows.
I don't care. Sure.
Okay. Did you lose a child?
You know, it's the second time I've been asked that, and I guess I did, but I wasn't aware of it. It was when between my first and second child, I evidently had a miscarriage, but I was
Yes, and
too naive.
see, I don't know if they told you, it's a boy.
That's what I was told.
Yes, it's
and
a
I
boy.
didn't know I was pregnant at the time, except that I had this terrible situation happen. But my husband was out on maneuvers, and I had 2 small kids, so I was too worn out to try to even get to the hospital. To
I
find out
see.
what's wrong.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, but that child is around you. And I also heard something about the number 814. I don't know if that's August 14th or if that means it's April 18th or if it means, 1948 or 1984, whatever. But I hear 814 in that order. And Spirit likes to transcribe numbers.
Oh yes.
So just write those numbers down too.
Okay.
But the boy is around, the mom's around. And then did you have 2 dads?
Well, yes, I did. My mother remarried after my father passed away.
Okay. So dad, because I see 2 dads, but I heard dad 1 is around you more than dad 2. Is dad 2 still alive then?
No, they both passed.
Okay. So dad 1 is around more than dad 2. That's exactly how I heard it. And they also tell me that dad 1 was young upon passing, but you were very close with dad 2.
We had a good relationship.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. And then who's John?
My stepson.
Okay.
A stepson named John.
I feel like they're around this John, whoever John is.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Questions though for me? Okay.
Yes, I have a grandchild that is driving the world crazy. What shall I give you her first name? Would that help?
It just
Or
makes
not?
it go quicker because we're on the show. I
Her first name
usually don't need it
Okay.
because
Her name's Megan.
Yeah,
Her
we've
name
got
is
to
Megan.
wrap it up in about 60
Yeah,
seconds.
Let me
So
just see something. Hold on here. Okay, let me just tell you about this little sweetie. Okay, there's no controlling Megan. She's a complete old soul. She's already soul recognizing from past life into the young soul life here. She's free-spirited. She's on her own agenda and extremely creative. She's got an extremely creative mind. So if she's driving the world crazy, it's because she is searching and searching and searching, and she will continue to do this for quite some time.
Oh, she's costing everybody a fortune while she's searching, and the children she has is not helping.
Yes, she's searching and searching and searching. Now, part of the addiction of that search is because she is stuck between recognition of the past, recognition of here, but also recognition of the future. And I know you know what I'm talking about there.
Sure
We
do.
don't need to get into detail. So that is part of filling the void.
Is it wise to turn my back and walk away?
I hear no. So that's another thing. When I hear what I hear and I see what I see. It's not my opinion. So when they tell me something, I have to tell you, I heard no.
Okay.
I heard it is not the time yet because you're going to transform into this empath side, this mother nurturing side, and you're going to start gifting some of that guidance in a very remote, energetic way. Then you are meant to exit. So I hear 18 months.
At least I see an ending. That's great.
Yeah, 18 months. But I did hear everyone needs to stop enabling. So that I did hear.
That's what's the problem.
wow.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
Wow. Michelle, that was wow.
Fabulous. My goodness
Okay,
gracious.
we got to wrap this up, everybody, for a
Okay, dear.
short break. And everybody stay tuned. We've got lots of callers on the line. We're going to get to all of you. And so just hang in there, stay tuned, and we're going to have a short break. You're listening to Supernatural Girls Radio. We will be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to Supernatural Girls Radio. I'm your host, Patricia Baker. I'm here with my co-host from Tucson, PK, and our amazing guest, psychic medium, Michelle Piper, is with us tonight. She's doing readings. We're going to jump on these phones. We've got lots of people waiting to talk to Michelle. Before I do, Michelle, I want to ask you one question.
Sure.
And here it is. I want to know, was your family supportive of your psychic gifts?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm going to say yes and no. And the only reason why I'm going to say yes and no is because at the beginning, Patricia and PK, I didn't tell my family for a very long time. I was very isolated throughout my childhood. I had a lot of struggle with being able to see spirit because I saw them even like as if they were standing next to me as a child. So you can imagine how scary that is. And
Yes.
you don't really know how to translate that into telling your family, hey, I have people sitting at the dinner table with us, hello. And, you'd spook everybody. So at the beginning, I'd have to say they didn't really know. Then as I started to get older, I was afraid to tell friends, people I went to high school with, and even college with, I did not tell. Some of my best friends didn't know until I got into my adult life. When I was married to my first husband, I made mention of it, and it was like chaos, utter chaos, made me feel so bad about what I did. I was born and raised Catholic, so he comes from a Catholic faith, so it was like I was a witch, I was crazy, all these things. But as I started to come out with it more and more, my family did embrace it, and come to find out, my kids have it. My kids are very gifted, and so that helped. And then my family did finally embrace it when I really started saying things and they saw things, and then I started turning the business around, and they saw these people saying such beautiful things about their reading, and I think family got more intrigued and then started to accept it more. It took time. It really took time. So I'm glad you asked me that question, because anyone listening who is going through that, just be who you are, stay solid, stay grounded, and always stay true to the gifts that you've been blessed with when it comes to your abilities, whether you're accepted or not.
Excellent advice, Michelle. That's terrific. Well, we always ask, it's good to know people kind of came through life in this. It's not something that's readily accepted, especially when there's a very strong religious background. So
I know,
good
raised
advice.
Catholic myself. It makes a difference.
Yeah, my
It
current
does.
husband, believe it or not, is so I'm so blessed in my marriage. He finds it fun and intriguing. He has full access to a psychic medium all day. Are you kidding me? And sometimes he's like, I don't want to know. Stop talking.
Oh, how cute. Well, good for
You
you.
never have to worry about what he's up to.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. You better not do anything wrong.
So
Well, look,
true.
you're
can't
lucky.
lie to a psychic ever.
Right. You've got Mr. Wonderful. Good for you.
Thank you.
Okay, area
Hi,
code
this is
561. Who's this?
Hi, my name is Paula.
Hi, Paula. Welcome to the show. What's your question for Michelle tonight?
Well, I'm sort of like PK in that I have so many questions that anything would go. But one thing, Michelle, and I think you're really great, so thank you for that, is that I have a couple of true loves that died, two of them that are on the other side. Just wondering if you have anything from them or a future relationship that I'm looking forward to having, hopefully sooner than later.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much for your compliment. That meant a lot to me. I love what I do, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That was very kind. I'm glad to meet you, Paula. Man and a woman is the first thing I'm picking up from the other side. I almost feel like it's your parents. If not, it was for sure either an ex of some sort on the man's side. He has a father figure. And I hear the initial J or G. That's the first person. And this is, let me just say real quick, and I told Patricia this, when we're pulling spirit in, we have to give them the floor. It takes time to come through. There's multiple family that we have that wants to speak when they have access to a portal such as me. So,
okay.
But the man and the woman, I feel, is your mom and dad. Did you lose them?
Just my dad. My mother's still here.
Okay, so the woman could be two things. It could be your mom's mom, because she is very maternal. If I had to pull it from my butt right now, this woman acts more of your mom than your mom here on earth. So I almost feel like it was your mom's mom, because she's very, very close on the maternal strength side for me. But your dad and this woman who I felt was your mom could be your grandmother. Here's what I heard, though, two things. One, you have got to follow up on all doctor visits. I don't know if you've been avoiding it. I don't know if it hasn't came yet. But if there's something in July that's coming up, and the reason why I feel like they're coming through right now is to not only tell you they love you and they're around you, but follow up on doctor visits. And here's why I'm going to tell you why. One, they're not accurate. So you maybe get a scare and it's benign. So by you not going, you're going to be worried. You have to go because you're going to get the information you need. Or what's going to happen
That's
is...
good. I'm fine.
I'm sorry?
No, I'm fine with following up with doctors. I do all the time, so that's not a problem.
Okay, it's specifically for July between 15th and the 22nd. So write that down. As for relationship, I heard two things. One, you're having a lot of trouble trusting. And two, there's some fear level of intimacy that has to shift. And as soon as you work on that, which is very fixable, by the way, in fact, I think if you work a little bit more on just trusting what the universe brings you and accepting it quicker. I have a lot of meditations I do on these, and when I teach meditation about embracing love, inhaling love, and being able to receive love. And if you do this, I actually heard relationship 12 to 14 months, but I heard while on a weekend getaway.
Okay.
And it's a 3-day getaway, and I feel spring.
Love is in the air.
Year,
that
right?
sounds nice.
Wonderful.
Yep, and there's an A in the name, like Andrew, Alex, Anthony, Anderson, something like that. So remember, I told you that.
I shall certainly do that. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Good luck. Get
Thanks
that love.
for your call,
Go get 'em.
Paula. Okay.
That's
All right.
wonderful.
Next on the line. Thank you. And next on the line, we have Amy. Amy, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
I've been teaching for 20 years, and I'm leaving and looking for my life path in this next chapter. Do you have any recommendations or any thoughts about that?
I do. You've been evolving in your life path for the last 5 years, believe it or not. I love these types of questions when people have already been on their path and they just didn't realize it. There's been a lot of shifts in your life for the last 5 years in many areas, relationships, self, in terms of feeling you're wanting to become more selfish and say no, which is great when you're finding your life path, let me tell you. Having the ability to set boundaries. As soon as you start doing that, here's what I see you doing in the future. You have an innate ability, and I am going to be comfortable enough to tell you it's in your blood. You have healing properties through that you were born into this lifetime through your entire body, mind, and soul, in how you speak, and how you act, and how you listen to people. And I want you to really focus on the ability to heal, but here's the trick. It's not going to be with healing, such as Reiki or energy medicine. You're going to heal through talk. And so I see a book needing to be written. And I see a book that has been already in your head for a long time. And I heard it has to do something with here's how I heard it. It's like a tongue twister, sister sibling. But I don't know if that means your own sister sibling healing or if it's your mom's sister sibling healing. But I heard sister sibling healing.
Oh,
And
I
it's
love
almost like,
that.
yeah, I feel like it's the title of the book. And what I'm going to just be honest, when I hear these titles, I give them to people without ever taking credit for it, because this is your reading. It's your information. I want no notoriety. I want you to make millions off of it if you can. That's my gift back to the world. So, Sister Sibling Healing, I almost feel is the name of the book.
Can you tell me anything about my sister?
I feel she's passed. Is that correct?
Yes.
So sister sibling healing has to come from having a sister close but yet taken away, but removed far here in earth spirit, but also in the afterlife. And I don't feel your connection is as strong as it normally would be, but there's a reason for that, honey, because you're meant to be writing this book the last 5 years. I feel your sister, why do I keep getting 12 around her death? Has she been gone 12 years, or did she die in December, or she die on the 12th? I get the 1-2.
She died actually on November 13th.
November 13th. So when's her birthday?
July 3rd.
July 3rd, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's the 1-2 coming in? Check if she passed at noon. Did they have a time? I don't feel they could recognize a time of death on her. They weren't able to achieve that. Is that correct?
Actually, they did, yeah.
They did? Okay, can you check to see what the 12 is? It's surrounding something, the death, the day of her death, something like that. I feel, can I tell you something else you just said?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When you're writing the book, she wants you to make no mention of her ex.
Perfect.
Yep. It was very,
I won't.
that was very clear, and loud, like she wanted to push me there.
This is so good. Tell me something else from her. I'm dying to hear from her. Oh
Well, we've got to wrap this up because we have so many people waiting on the line. But you can always call Michelle for your own private reading. That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna.
My website, motherella.com/services. You're welcome to book anytime.
Okay. Thank you
so much.
Call.
This is awesome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks so much. Now, let's see. We were going to try and get Debbie back on the line. Let's see if we can do that.
Okay.
Debbie, are you with us? Debbie, we're waiting to hear your question. No? Okay, Joe, we're going to have to move to the next person. Go to area code 608. Okay, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Yes, hi. Who's on the line?
Hello?
Hello, who's on the line with us?
Hi, this is Amy.
Hi, Amy. Welcome to the show.
Is Amy.
What's your question for Michelle, Amy?
Well, I guess my main question is regarding my career, but I guess I would just take whatever information she can provide.
With career, here's what I heard. It is not time to switch. There are other things that have to develop and evolve that is currently going on in your life. I actually hear Spirit say now is not the time to shift career or focus on career. I feel a lot of hardship, Amy, in the last 3 years. A lot of transition, a lot of moving around, a lot of upset, a lot of heartbreak. And there's something about self-healing that has to be done first, because here's what I'm afraid of. Amy, is that you're going to end up trying to go on a career that doesn't serve your highest good. I almost feel like you'll end up feeling lost in the career again. Does that make sense? It's almost like, don't go get the job just to get the job. Don't go get the job just for the money. And definitely don't do something you think you want to do. They want you on in a career that you're going to love to do. That's when our fulfillment comes. That's when the money flows. So I almost feel like there's some other blocks going on in your career right now. Have you been looking and you've been kind of set back for a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that's
Totally.
on purpose. That's almost like spirit is like, I hate saying it like this, but it's almost like they're taking a brick and they're throwing it in front of you just to slow you down. I feel a lot of slowness is needed. You're going in too many directions and they want you to stay focused. So I don't feel right now shifting career is a good idea because I'm afraid you're going to end up just in another dead-end job. So
Okay.
what does this mean? I don't see career for you till October, and they're giving me very specific dates. They want you to start looking October 5th through the 22nd, but you are going to end up going through multiple interviews until November the 2nd. Once you hit November, you are going to land a job that you will love to do and that you feel fulfilled in. And I don't know why I heard this, but I heard spa setting. You're totally like not even on that path. But I heard spa setting. It's almost like you're meant to go into more of a calming, very peaceful environment. Nothing you went to school for. Nothing that's even on your radar right now. But come October, you'll you'll get the aha moment. You're going to get the aha moment. You're going to be like, holy shit, I should have been doing this years ago.
Okay.
Well, thank you for your call. We
thank
really
you.
appreciate you calling in and hope that was helpful. And we're going to go to a question in the chat room. So here is a question from Denise. She wants to know, how can I reach more people to help animals through my business? And am I offering the right services and products? Also,
Okay.
what's up with my eye? Many thanks. Okay. That is Denise.
Okay, Denise, let's, the I is the last. There's some very important information here in terms of the business. First of all, Denise, can she hear me or are you typing this?
She can hear you. Go ahead.
For Denise, you don't have to search for people. You already can attract this in yourself. But I hear like this, your pricing, the business module, and the value you've placed on yourself in the business is why you're not attracting the right people in. I heard you need to reevaluate the amount of pricing that you're giving for services. You're over product, so I don't know if that means there's too much product, so it's people can't really focus on a few things. There's too many things. And I heard once you restructure and kind of cleanse and purge, you will start attracting in on your own an influx of clientele come the end of June. There's housekeeping. Spirit's telling me like cleanse and purge the old, put new evaluation on yourself, pulling your numbers up, pulling your services up. And these people will flock to you. I also heard something about not enough social media. So I don't know if that means you're not using it enough or you haven't hired people on to help you get out there through social media, but I heard social media. As for the I, believe it or not, that's energy from stress. And that will resolve once you start cleansing and purging, actually. Do some Himalayan salt baths, Himalayan crystal salt baths, and I bet you your eye will improve on its own in a few weeks because the energy that you'll be pulling out the negative and toxicity through the Himalayan salt crystal baths will start pulling out a lot of that residue, that energy that's been sitting stagnant for a while. But I
That
don't
sounds
feel it's
great.
anything medical. Yeah, I don't feel any medical at
Oh,
all.
that's a relief. Okay, well, there you go, Denise. And let's answer. Nancy's got a quick question for you before we go to break.
Okay.
This is from, again, Nancy Jucat, and she is saying, hi, Michelle. Will we find a new house soon?
3 months.
Ooh, good for her.
Yeah.
3 months. And I did hear like this, don't walk away from the offer. Negotiate the offer by $8,000.
Wow. That's very specific.
I feel like she's going to tend to want to walk away because it may be, okay, I'm going to just say it because I love doing this shit. $8,000 in the scheme of things, if God is bringing you in the universe or whomever is bringing you this house, who cares if it's over $8,000? It's the how. It's not going to, everyone goes into money and what's the value and am I going to get it in return? I don't want you thinking about that. If you have to renegotiate over $8,000, just either take it or then you're using free will, where you're just like, well, I don't trust it. It's only $8,000 and you'll get that back tenfold. So don't worry.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Well, another real quick house question, and then we'll go to break because that one didn't take too much time at all. So here is this one. Let's see. This is from Carmela. Carmela says, hi, my bid for a house was accepted with closing May 31. It's my first home. I am excited, nervous at the same time. Any guidance? Thank you.
I've heard finally. And I heard you're finally trusting your gut, you're finally trusting guidance, you're finally trusting intuition. You will be flying high July 15th. I think you're closing right around that time. It may be extended or delayed. Do not get frustrated. But by July 15th, the happiest you have been in a very, very long time. I like the neighborhood. I like the house. And I heard keep developing they just canceled that word out for me, not developing. Keep evolving on your spiritual path because you'll start to see miracles happen quickly after July 15th.
Beautiful. Okay, well, we're going to take a very short break, and we're going to come back and get to as many people as we can get to on the phone and in the chat room. Again, the call-in number is 888-919-2355. That's 888-919-2355. And the chat room, irnchat.com. That is irnchat.com. Stay tuned, everyone. You are listening to Supernatural Girls Radio. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to Supernatural Girls Radio. I'm your host, Patricia Baker. I'm here with my co-host, PK, and our very much in-demand guest tonight, psychic medium Michelle Piper. And we have Michelle Jane on the line who has a question for you. We're going to try to get to everybody. So when we call you on to the air, please ask Michelle your most important question. So, Jane, welcome to the show. What's your question for Michelle?
Hi, Michelle. I've got a couple, and one would be, do you see the house coming in anytime soon, and the future for my business, and if anyone's coming through?
Your first question cut out. Can you guys give her a second? What was the first question, Jane?
Is the house coming anytime soon, hopefully before the end of the year?
Okay, hold on. Let me get that first. It's a little bit on delay just because of the timing. Spirit's bringing you a little extra income, but they're also working behind the scenes to bring you not just a house, but a perfect house. I heard November.
Perfect.
And then what was the other?
And the future of my business. How's that going to play out?
Okay, hold on. Let me see here.
Yeah, in the next chapter.
Okay, the business is a little bit on hold as well. I'm not sure what transition you're in right now, but that's a little bit on hold. It's going. I really, really like your business between February 2nd and March 5th of 2018. Like, I feel great. Like, I got the chills even telling you. A lot takes off, and I hear you got a lot of network of people coming in between October and December. Some networking groups that you're going to want to talk to, and something about contracts. And if you get this moving fall time, you will start to see an incline in business in February. Little lull in January.
Anybody coming through?
I'm sorry if this is or is not correct. I heard son. So have you lost your son, or did someone else lose a son, or did you lose a sibling?
No.
So I heard son. Did you lose a child?
No.
Okay, so the son's name is Anthony. Is there a family member?
No.
So I heard son and I heard Anthony, and I never, no matter what the client says, I never not continue to read that spirit if it's for that family member. I'm telling you it's someone in your family who's lost a child, or they're connected to someone named Anthony. But I heard son. And I'm getting I'm getting the date of somewhere around June 25th. So please write that down, because you might not know who it is today, but I can assure you after doing over 20,000 readings in a decade, you will know who it is. So someone's son, I don't know if it's a friend's son, maybe someone lost a son recently, one of your friends or something, but I will tell you it's from an overdose.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
all right.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for your call. Really appreciate it. Okay, our next caller is from area code 414. Welcome to the show. What's your question for Michelle?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, what's your name?
Hello? Oh, good. My name's Caroline. I'm sorry, I thought I muted. My question is basically, whatever comes through, because I imagine that message is probably more important than my question, but my question was, I had met someone named Dan. This was like last spring, and it was like a brief, intense kind of like, we were so similar in personality and a lot of similar things going on in our lives. It felt very kind of karmic in terms of lessons.
I actually heard removed immediately. Soulmate. He was a soulmate that lesson to be learned, but he was not meant to stay in your life. He was not a life partner. I feel he was whisked away from you.
Oh, because because it was weird, because I was somewhere and the guy had a Dan name tag, and then the Daniel song was playing behind him on the radio. I'm like, this is weird. I don't know why I'm even hearing that. So
that could be synchronicity. That's definitely a sign.
Yeah.
But it could be something about the memory. So if you're getting synchronized events, you're supposed to take that memory and either better yourself, know something better is coming, or learn from that experience and knowing what not to do in the next relationship. Sometimes it's the opposite.
Okay.
But
I wasn't sure why that. Yeah.
Synchronized event. That's exactly what it is. It's just a sign, but it's not. It doesn't mean anything. I don't feel this person's coming back around.
Okay. Is there anyone down the pike or no?
There is. I don't know why I picked this up, but you may be internally searching too much, and you're blocking the energy. Okay. You're throwing out a little resistance just by maybe internally searching. You're very intuitive. Okay. You're very gifted. So I think you feel a relationship around you, but you can't see it. So sometimes you go in and out of trust. August feels better. So I need to calm down. Yeah.
Okay, so August.
August feels...
Meditate and calm down.
Yes, please. Okay. August feels great, but I'm going to tell you one thing real quick. It's going to go fast and quick. So basically you're meeting them.
The meeting?
Oh, yeah, you're meeting them, moving in, like together, boom. It's boom, boom, boom.
Oh, is it outside? I don't know why I'm thinking I'm going to meet someone outside. But I don't know.
I don't know
Weird.
what all I heard was trails.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said outside, because like when I'm at a park or something.
Oh, then there you go.
Dude.
Trails. I didn't know.
You're
I thought.
scary.
Yeah, trails is what I heard. I didn't know if you meant trail like.
Get out of here.
Yeah, trails.
No, outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be hiking every day now. Kidding.
Definitely time to hit the road.
Yeah.
Write this initials down.
That's what I'm saying.
Write these initials down. OSWA by the trail. They're muffled. Okay.
OSWA?
Yeah, what is that?
All right. I don't know. I had a dream. I'm taking too much time. I'm just going to say I had a dream where a guy with like whitish hair but youngish with blue eyes popped up. It's just his face, and the name Owen came through. The name Owen popped in my head.
Oh, that's really weird.
When I had a dream.
Oh my God! And here I got
Owen.
4 letters with the initial O and W.
Yeah.
Oh
but
my
yeah,
God,
in my dream, his name was Owen. He had like whitish hair, but he was fit and he had blue eyes.
All right, well,
Yeah,
I can't pull that
Owen.
from my butt, so there you go.
OSW, yeah. Well, dude, okay. Well, thank you so much. And now
You're
I'm freaked out. Okay.
You're welcome. Okay,
All right.
bye.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for
All
your
right.
call.
All right. Bye.
Okay, very
Okay, bye.
good. All right, let's see. Who's next, Joe? Let's see. Who do we have next? We have area code 323. Who is that? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. This is Dave in South LA.
Hello,
Hi, Dave.
What's your question for Michelle?
Okay. My life has gone through an upset in the last 5 years in regards to relationship, my health, and career. And I've been unemployed during this time. And it kind of goes back to 2001 and the transition I made from moving overseas back to the United States. So I don't look at it as a negative thing. I just look at it as, okay, there is work to be done in a different area. And I've been doing a lot of work on myself and spirituality, but I wanted to see what impressions she's getting as far as career goes, looking to get into textile design. And I'm comfortable. I've made a lot of changes with my spirituality and things like that. So I also do a lot of work in dream work, and I wanted to know if she sees any travel in my future.
Okay. Hi, David. Congratulations
Hi.
on all the work you've done. I want to kudos to you. When I see people really developing through self-healing and on their spirituality, it makes me smile, makes me very happy. So kudos to you especially, and thank you for your service being overseas if you were in service. And so here's a couple things I want to tell you. You are not working on purpose. This is divine intervention planting you. And that is because you have had a doozy, not 1, not 2, but 3 relationships. And all 3 of those relationships have set you up to create energetically illnesses that you have manifested and created into your life. The reason why you're not working, David, is they want you to start working on meditative development. You are to work through meditation to open up those chakras because you actually can self-heal your own health issues. I don't want you to use the word issues anymore. Cancel, clear that out. I want you to start saying, I had health assignments. They are giving you assignments regarding your health in order to give you a soul awakening. It is not because you're ill. So be careful how you're manifesting that. These relationships will start creating healing, which there in turn will start changing your health, which there in turn will start giving you the confidence you deserve. You're very full of wisdom. You have a lot to offer in a relationship. You have a lot of love to give. It's just you're waiting for the life partner. So they're almost like putting all the ingredients in, David, and putting it in the oven, waiting for it to cook. I want you to change how you're viewing it because you're going to start to see a huge shift come August 2nd. And as soon as you see the shift, I see career going into the field that your heart's desire is, which you just said, textile design. However, I also heard you have to act as if it's already happening. So I want you to start creating the textile designs in your head, start planning how you're going to do it, start researching people, start researching company, take a class if you have to. I want you to act as if you're already in the industry. Once you do, you will have work somewhere between September 17th and 22nd, and I love 2018 for you. And you have another partner coming in 2018, life partner this time.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yes, and please do not view health as an ailment anymore. I want you to start saying, I had some health assignments that I need to let go of internally, and I really want you to start meditating.
Okay. That I can definitely do.
Yep, you're on your road. You just a little bit longer. Keep pushing, a little bit longer. You're almost there.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thanks for your call, David.
Right.
Okay, we're going to move
Great
on.
show.
Thank you. We're going to move on to our next caller, area code 774-200. Welcome to the show. Hello again, 774-200. Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. What's your question?
Hi, I just want to say thank you. First of all, I know how exhausting this can be, reading so many people and going through nonstop. So I really do
you're so
appreciate
sweet.
it.
You're so sweet.
My one question kind of hits a bunch of different stuff I want to know. So do you see me, should I leave and plant roots here in Westfield, or am I more supposed to be back home?
I actually heard no to Westfield. Your heart, the vortex that you were birthed into this lifetime from, and this isn't in the negative vortex, we come down into certain roots in certain areas of the world where we just feel this strong connection to, and you have that connection back home. It's not because of family though, hon. It's because of your spirituality. So it has nothing to do with, missing family, or because you need to be near family, or because that's where your life is, blah, blah, blah. It's about that is where your roots are. You're meant to do your biggest, highest, best work you can possibly do back home. So if you're going to plant anything, I do hear you're not meant to leave Westfield right now, though. I don't feel you're meant to physically move for a little bit longer. I actually feel 2018 spring, but late spring. So I'm almost thinking that might be June. Okay? So you need to wait. And it's something about finishing up the work you've started. So I don't know if you're in school or if you're doing that, but you need to finish up the work you've started, and you do have to start detaching from some relationships out there. Once you do, then you're on your way. Once you do, then you're on your way home.
Oh, wow.
And I really like, if you really want me to wow you, once you go back home, just put your roller skates on, because wait till you see how you will be able to create everything you've ever wanted in your life. So I love 2019 for you.
Okay.
Wow.
Way to go, young lady.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good luck.
All right, thanks for your call. All right, our next caller is area code 774-487. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Hi.
Yes, who's this?
Hi, this is Julie.
Hi,
Julie. What's your question for Michelle?
So my question is, I'm about to graduate college, and I'm curious, what should I do? What direction should I take my career in, my life in post-graduation?
I actually heard you're not to take a break and go straight for your master's and stop worrying about the money. That's exactly what I heard.
Really?
Yes. You have an entrepreneur mindset that you're not tapping into. You will be able to take on any business you end up in, whether it's someone else's business or whether it's your own. You have the power and the strength to be a leader, to run it, to own it, to claim it, and you're not tapping into that right now. If you take a break, my worry is that you may tend to get, and I use this word very lightly, but lazy in terms of staying on the path, and you will like want to have fun, and you're going to want to travel and, you know, hang out with friends and drink or whatever you're going to do, but there's a bigger plan for you. And I hear something about MBA, meant to go into the business side, and it has nothing to do with you in terms of what you're in school for now. I heard MBA because you will be running a company, whether it's yours, whether it's someone else's. You have to incorporate the business side. You're a leader by heart. You were born into this lifetime to lead, and you're not tapped into that right now. I almost feel like the career you're on is not even what you're supposed to be doing. So I hate to tell you, I hate to say that sometimes, because I think people think I'm telling them they wasted their 4-year college career, and you didn't, and you didn't, you didn't. I'm just kidding. But that's what I heard in detail.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Thank you. That was a lot.
You have a lot to offer this world. You're going to be, you know, hear me roar. You must be a Leo. But yeah, tap in a little deeper, get on that MBA, start researching, don't take a break, finish up, and just go and get them in this world.
Wow, that sounds great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, Julie, thank you so much for your call. Okay, next is area code 412. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Hi, who's this?
This is Marcia.
Marcia.
Hi, Marcia.
Okay. What's your question for Michelle?
Hi. Well, I just called to give thanks to Michelle. I had sent her a message a couple of weeks ago. I'm pretty new to Michelle.
Oh,
and,
hi. Wow.
I sent a message asking for some, if I should anyway assist my son. He's kind of not inspired by any kind of career choice or college choice or anything like that, any path. And I had asked her for some guidance. And one of the things she had said were suggesting 2 books for me to ask him to read. And 2 weeks ago, my sister and I took him on a trip to Europe just to expose him to some different cultures and open up his brain a little bit, open up his mind. And walking around the airport at one of our transfers, on the very beginning of the trip, smack dab in the middle of the bookstore was one of the books. A huge
Gotta love
display
how
of
that
it.
happens. Gotta love that
And
one, Marcia.
And it's not a new book. It's the 40th anniversary edition. So it's not that it's a brand new book that you were just putting out there for me to find. It's an old book, but I just wanted to thank you for helping me a little bit.
And chances are, if you procrastinated, Spirit will plant that sign right in front of you, whether you like it or not. Almost like,
well, I bought the book. I bought the book.
Good. Marcia, I'm sorry.
I did.
I'm sorry if I didn't. So did I reach out? Because I know I have a whole team of people that I don't do any emails. I'm at motherella.com. So were you on a service? Did I do a reading on you? I'm sorry if I didn't respond to the email. Did I respond to the email?
No, yes, you did.
Oh, good. Okay.
And it was, yeah.
Okay, good.
And it was to, keep helping him open his mind and to possibly have him read one of these 2 books. Mm-hmm. So
I heard he's on this is good, though. I feel you'll see a little bit of a shift in transition in him right after Mother's Day. He will not read the book at the pace you may want him to. I feel there's going to be a lot of in and out. just because there's not an interest. But I don't know which book I told you, but I almost feel like it has something to do with healing. Is that what it has to do with, or is it the power?
Power.
There you go. So the power, I heard by chapter 4, once he receives, gets into chapter 4, the connection to start being, oh, I feel like this book is talking to me, will happen come July, August. So let him do his own thing at his own pace.
Yeah. Well, that's all I can do.
Perfect. Well,
Okay. Well,
so happy. Thank you, Marcia.
Thanks for your call, Marcia.
You.
I just wanted to let everybody know that we're not taking any more calls. However, we are going to get to all of the people that are currently on the lines with us. So Joe, our producer, is generously allowing us to go a little bit over time so we can get all your questions answered by Michelle. I've got one from the chat room from, let's see, Chantal. We'll ask this really quickly, Michelle. Okay. Chantal wants to know, will I meet and start dating my significant other this year?
I actually heard not this year, but I did hear right after football season. I'm hearing here's how I'm hearing it, Chantel. This is so funny. At, on, or by Super Bowl.
Must be a sportsman.
Then.
Yeah, and I feel like you meet the significant other through a friend of a friend, and I also heard you're going to resist going to a party, and you do end up going last minute, and that is where the significant other is.
Okay, well, there you go, Chantal. That's what's happening. And then, let's see, I have another one from the chat room I want to make sure you get to. This is from Genevieve, who's I am wondering about all 3 of my children's well-being, and will my husband ever fully trust my faithfulness?
Your husband will not trust because he does not trust himself. That is going to be an ongoing battle, that until there is no longer a need to even discuss it, which I don't foresee coming anytime soon, this seems to be a frequent pattern with your husband. There's a lot in the history that is creating this fear-based relationship in this lifetime here. There's a lot of past issues that have been unresolved and not discussed, but I don't see it resolving anytime soon, unfortunately. The kids, I hear blessed. So I think,
nice.
I heard blessed right away. So I feel like it might be boy, girl, boy, if I'm hearing that right. Boy, girl, boy. And I heard blessed.
Okay, well, very good.
Don't even have to worry.
Oh, that's a nice relief.
Yes.
A nice relief. Okay, the next area code we're going to take a call from is 815. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi, who are we speaking with?
This is Ian.
Oh, hello. And what is your question for Michelle?
Are there any signs from my mother?
Several, but you ignore a lot of them. So there are several. One, she is often in the car with you, and she comes through with music. So I almost feel like if you're listening to a song and you hear a sentence that relates to mom, pay attention to that, because she drives in this car with you. And I think you second guess it. You're thinking, oh my God, I can't, that can't be. That's one thing. The second thing I heard is something about dimes. There's dimes. You'll find dimes often, and if you haven't found dimes, you will. The biggest sign I see, which is, I don't know where you live, but I heard bluebird, and those are very rare to see, but she's in the form of blue, and I don't know if she liked light blue or if there was some connection to blue with her, but there's something with bluebird. But the biggest word I heard is the name Amanda. When you hear the name Amanda, you know your mother's around all the time.
Wow. Very good. Okay. Well, thank you. Sorry, but
Thank
we're
you.
going to have
That's
to move on. We have a few more people to get to, and thank you so much for your call. Okay, next, area code 856. What is your question for Michelle? Welcome to the show.
Hi. So I'm really open to hearing whatever does come through, but my specific question was in regard to I lost a very, very important person to me in December of 2015, who's my best friend's father, and I was wondering if he was coming through at all, and if he has anything to say. His name is Mike.
Let me channel him on my own. Don't say anything. This dad that you're speaking of is a friend's father. Is that correct?
My best friend's father.
Best friend's father. Okay. This dad was more of a dad to you, I feel, in terms of the connection than you feel with your own father. There's a huge mentor type connection here with this dad who's passed. I do feel it was sudden, and I do feel like this girl is meant to be more of a sister to you. You may have been sisters in a past life, and in this life you're connected here. Or a son. Why do I pick up the... No, I pick up a girl. Is there another... Does he have a sister?
He does have two daughters, and I am very, very close with both of them.
Okay, thank you. I was going to say, because the one daughter... Who's the middle? Which... Is it boy, girl, girl?
Cool.
Okay, there. That one.
Boy, oldest, girl.
Thank you. So there you go. So I see. I love when they. I know I'm saying right. But Nicole, very sister-like, friends for life. You have to help them. Okay, so you would be able to actually channel Mike yourself. You can actually connect with. Yes, you can. You are very intuitive. You're just not tapped in, but you're meant to heal.
And I stopped myself.
Don't stop yourself, because what you're meant to do for Mike in the afterlife is heal his daughters and be close to that family that is your family in this lifetime. I feel, is your dad estranged from you? I don't feel very close to your dad at all.
No, but he got hurt recently, and I haven't really spoken to him recently because he's been in the hospital, and a lot of skeletons have been coming out of the closet.
I see.
I am
okay.
Now.
I see. There's a lot of... Okay, so Mike is trying to help you with that as well.
Yeah, I figured he would.
Okay, and he does say like this, do the trip. I know you guys have been talking about the trip. He says do the trip. You guys will be fine. Both safe-wise and financially.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I'm sorry if I made you cry. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm really happy. I'm just really excited. This is so cool.
Okay.
Well, thank you for your call. We appreciate it. And we have 3 more calls to take before we get kicked off the air for good. And the next area code is, 847204. Let's see. Okay, 847204. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
Hello. Hi, Michelle. This is Paulette. I had a reading from you. I am Dawn Woodchuck from Tom Steakhouse's sister, stepsister.
Hi.
Do you remember me?
How are you? Yes.
Hi.
Oh my God! How's
I tried very hard. I know. Okay. I can't believe I got through.
Welcome to Supernatural Girls Show.
I know. And Nikki Rizzo and all the girls, we try very hard. You know me, I'm not real computer, though, but trying to connect with you is so hard.
Well, I have a lot of live events coming up, Paulette. A lot of live events.
I know, and I'm going to miss the
come to the shows. They're all in Chicago.
I know. Here's my question.
Okay, hon.
I think I asked you this once before. I see a lot of 44s everywhere I go. And also, when I try to meditate, the candle that I'm looking at, the white candle, has this, spritz of, fireworks that come shooting up and shooting down.
Okay.
And I feel like it could be somebody, and obviously.
Why did I hear right away your
past life.
ex? Why did I hear an ex? Did one of your exes
I don't
pass?
know. But no, it did not. He did not. He just abandoned me, which we spoke about when I had a reading.
Oh my God!
But I'm very. Yeah, you thought that I actually was married.
It's not
to
a
those
spirit.
two men prior to.
The sparks have nothing to do with a spirit, though. It has something to do with an ex, almost like the flame. Like, so flame represents, Paulette, let me just say really quick before Patricia has to hang up. The flame, anytime you're seeing a flame in a candle, it means burning off the old. And if you're seeing that with sparks coming out of it, that's spirit's way of getting your attention.
Long and... Yeah,
yes,
like fireworks.
Yes, you're supposed to burn
all
off
the way
the
up.
old.
I mean,
and if I heard X, then you need to start getting rid of that X from your heart, mind, body, and soul. There must be still some cord attachments, and they're trying to cut that cord, and they're trying to burn it off so you can continue on in your life and attract in a life partner you're meant to be with.
Yes.
That's what I think's happening.
And the 44?
I heard Dad.
That number?
I heard Dad. Did you lose your father?
Oh, you're still on. I did.
Dad.
Actually, I thought the candle was him.
Nope, Dad. No,
I
candle's
feel him
not him,
every
but
day.
44 is Dad. Yep, for sure.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, I'm so glad I got through. Congrats on everything.
Thanks so
Sorry
much.
that I will, but we'll keep in touch. And
Okay,
thanks so
Paula,
much
thank you
taking
for all
my
your
call.
love and support all
God
these
bless.
years. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for your call.
God
And
bless.
our next area code is 847-650. Welcome to the show. 847.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, it's Deanne.
Deanne, hi. What's your question for Michelle?
Hi. Well, I have a lot of questions, but nothing's really standing out to ask, so I didn't know if she sees anything coming through.
I would probably ask because Patricia's on a time crunch here, and I want to get get your questions answered quickly. Just off the top of your head, just ask so I can answer as many as possible in the short time.
We'll just have time for one.
I really don't have
Okay, let me
really don't
here.
have
I'll just
anything in
do it on my own.
general.
Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
Here's what I heard. You are meant to switch careers, and it's something that's been a long time coming that you're kind of ignoring. And I hear switch careers, and I hear in the month of June to start looking, but do not leave until September. Do not shift, do not change until September, but you need to start looking. You are not doing what you love, you're not getting paid your worth, and a change is needed. Once you make the change, you start to see a lot of shift in your life for the better. Don't go for any career with money, go for the heart.
Go with the heart. Okay.
Yep. And the date, specific date I get is September 27th.
27. Okay.
But you're meant to shift. It's a long
Thank
time
you.
coming. Yeah, it's time. Time to make a change.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your call.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you.
Last caller, Debbie, are you there? We're still trying to get you on the line. Debbie, are you there? And I don't hear Debbie. So I guess we are complete. I think we've gone through all of the questions that people have had on the phone. Again, for people who want to have a private reading with Michelle, tell them how to get a hold of you, please.
Sure. Okay, so I am global. I am a global internet company, so you are able to read with me at any time, any place from the comfort of your home at Motherella.com. So my name, so people call me Motherella. I'm Michelle Piper, but my name for 11 years in my business has been Motherella, Motherella. So at Motherella.com, you can find me on Facebook, Michelle Motherella Piper. You can follow my YouTube channel, Michelle Motherella Piper, or at Motherella Medium on Instagram. So Motherella.com/services. I have a monthly solation group that you can learn about on my website. I do events events throughout the Chicago area, and currently I'm going to be expanding into California. So you can see me at some live events if you're interested in seeing me that way. I also have a Wednesday night show you can watch. It's called Living with the Afterlife. And stay tuned. You can watch my 30-second trailer on my website for my upcoming show. We are currently filming my documentary. So I'm excited about that.
How exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That, Michelle.
Thank
It's been a pleasure having you on with us tonight. I know everybody has really gotten some great direction, some great insight as a result of speaking with you this evening. We're going to have you back because you couldn't even get to all the questions in the chat room. Oh, my God. We're still waiting, but we have to get off the air, unfortunately. But again, thank you so much. It's been an absolute delight. Good luck with all your future endeavors, and everybody who wants a private reading, that's where you can go. And Michelle will be happy to work with you. Now, next week, we are going to be talking about what in the world is happening in Antarctica. So this frozen polar cap has a lot of activity. World leaders are flocking to it. What's going on? We're going to find out from former FBI agent, X-Man, John D'Souza will be with us next week, everybody. So until then, we will see you on the Blue Highway. Good night, everyone.
Good night.